teacher mocked poor student for playing the violin. He had no idea she was a genius. The teacher told a poor student to play the violin, to mock her. He had no idea she was a musical genius. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Mr. Alden, the music teacher at Crestwood High, stood at the front of the class with that smug grin he wore like a uniform. You know the type. Too perfect hair, a voice that sounded like it belonged on stage. To him, teaching was a performance, and students, just props in his act. So, he said, pacing slowly across the shiny floor, today we're doing something a little different. The room shifted. Everyone knew what a little different meant in Mr. Alden's class. Someone was about to be made an example of. His eyes locked on one girl at the back. Small, quiet, same faded, hoodie every day, always alone. Her name, Ivy Morales, 16. Moved here 6 months ago. Lived in the low-income apartments just beyond the football field. The other students barely noticed her, just another quiet girl who kept to herself. But today, Mr. Alden noticed. Today, she was the lesson. Evie, he called, stretching her name like it left a bad taste. You ever touch a violin before? She looked up. Calm eyes, unreadable face. Yes, she said simply. A few students snickered. Oh, really? Mr. Alden raised his eyebrows in fake surprise. Well then, lucky us, come on up, show us what you've got. His voice dripped with sarcasm. He didn't expect music, he expected a punchline. Ivy stood, walked to the front, took the violin. Her hands, steady. She didn't glance at Mr. Alden or the students whispering around her. She lifted the violin, placed it under her chin, and closed her eyes. Silence. 1 beat. 2. A giggle broke from the corner. Mr. Alden sighed dramatically, ready to deliver the insult, but then Ivy drew the bow, and the world stopped. The first note floated like a breath held too long, soft, fragile, then deeper, richer. The sound swelled and filled the room, so full it felt like the walls couldn't contain it. It wasn't from any textbook. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't loud. It was raw, beautiful, like a memory you didn't know you missed until it came back in sound. The laughter? Gone. The whispers? Dead quiet. Mr. Alden's smile? Faded. Ivy's eyes stayed closed. She moved with the music, fluid, natural. She wasn't just playing, and she was speaking with it, grieving with it, healing with it. For 3 whole minutes, no one moved. When the final note lingered and fell, Ivy lowered the violin, gave it back, and walked to her seat. No words, no expression. Mr. Alden opened his mouth, closed it. Thank you, he muttered, his voice uncertain for the first time that year. The bell rang. Students shuffled out, dazed. Some glanced at Ivy. Most didn't know what to say. Mr. Alden just stood there, still holding the violin, staring at the door she had just walked through. That afternoon, Ivy sat alone under the bleachers, hoodie pulled tight against the wind. She wasn't thinking about the performance, she was thinking about her mom. Her mother used to say, music isn't just a skill, it's home, a place for feelings too big for words. They used to have living room concerts. Her mom would smile through exhaustion and play after long shifts, but that was before the cancer. Before the hospital bills. Before they had to sell her mother's violin, the last thing she ever gave Ivy. So Ivy taught herself again. Snuck into school early. Practiced alone. No audience, no applause. Just memory and muscle. She didn't play today to prove anything. She played because she missed her. Because music was the one part of herself she wasn't ashamed of. Back at school, Mr. Alden sat at his desk, haunted by her name, Ivy Morales. He replayed the music in his mind, every note tearing holes in the assumptions he built around her. He opened her file, emergency contacts, transfer notes, and there it was, a letter from her former teacher. Ivy Morales is musically gifted, one of the most intuitive violinists I've ever taught. Please nurture this talent. He felt sick. The next morning, Ivy arrived early, like always. But this time, Mr. Alden was already in the room. He wasn't standing. He was sitting. A velvet cloth covered something on the piano bench. An old violin case, weathered, but polished with care. "Ivy," he said softly. "Can I talk to you for a moment?" She nodded, cautious. "I owe you an apology," he began. "Yesterday, lad, I thought I was being clever, but I wasn't fair, I wasn't kind, and I wasn't the teacher you deserved." She said nothing. He gestured to the case. "This belonged to my mother. She passed a few years ago. It's been sitting in my attic ever since." He looked at her. "I'd like you to have it, if you want it." Ivy's breath caught. She stepped forward, grazed the case gently, as if afraid it might disappear. "Why?" she whispered. Mr. Alden smiled, this time not smug. "Just small, honest. Because you reminded me what music is really about. And because you deserved better than a teacher who didn't see you." Tears welled in Ivy's eyes, but she blinked them away. She opened the case and lifted the violin like it was something sacred. That spring, Ivy performed at the school's annual concert. No whispers, no laughter, just silence. And then, thunderous applause. Not just for the music, but for the girl who taught them all how to hear. Because sometimes, the most powerful sound in the room is the one no one saw coming. If this story moved you, reflect on how often we judge based on appearances. Ivy's story is proof that brilliance, pain, and talent can live behind quiet eyes and secondhand clothes. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And as always, thanks for watching.